Hello and welcome back to the Align Mind Body Flow, Mind Body Show. Sorry. Today we have an awesome flow, and I'm back here again with Heather, who is joining in on a full body stretch along with guided breath work. It is expected for you to release fascia tissues and for you to just kind of chill out, let your nervous system relax, and also tap back into that breathing. So I hope you enjoy today's flow, and when we get back, we'll get started.
Welcome to Align Mind Body. This is your space to reconnect with yourself, mind, body, and breath. Together we'll explore gentle exercises, intentional movement, and mindful practices that are easy for everyone to follow. Each move and breath we take will be rooted in science, helping you feel stronger, calmer, and more present in your daily life. To book a consultation appointment or for more information, contact me at 954-261-4719 or support@thevaulttraining.online. Let's start this journey toward balance and alignment.
All right, we're back. We're going to start off in seated and we will come up to stand. Now, I will note that you can do this seated on the ground or you can sit down in a chair. So make sure that you're comfortable, however it may be that you want to adjust. Seated on a bolster, seated on a block. So we're going to get started with the guided breath work and just aligning our upper body a little bit. So we're going to come to bring the hands right in front of the ribs, right under this, like above the belly button level. And you're going to just straighten your spine a little bit and balance your head over your shoulders, becoming aware of your body and the way you're sitting, your sit bones, your spine, your head posture. And then slowly you're going to start to feel like if you're breathing gently a little bit east to west and into your palms. So keep practicing this form of breathing. And as you're doing it, it brings you into awareness that you're actually taking the breaths. So Heather's going to be breathing nice, expansive inhales. She's going to feel her belly expand into her palms. She's going to continue to take the deep breaths. And as she's doing this, she's creating space within her body, expanding her rib cage, creating space in between the ribs, and allowing her spine and her upper body to decompress a little bit from within. Go for about 2 to 3 more breaths, wherever you are, at home, seated. Inhaling. And then you're going to put one hand at the chest. And then you're going to allow the belly to expand and the chest to also expand a little bit. As you can see, your shoulders are gently rising, and not in a stressful way, but in a way where you feel that elevation of body. It creates a little bit more length into your spine when you breathe this way. And of course, it allows you to tap a little bit more within. So you're going to start to feel a little more relaxed as you're doing this. Allow yourself to listen to the sound of the breathing as it will also guide you. Together, we will take about 3 more expansive inhales. Breathing for 2. And one last one. Big breath here. And then we're going to release and gently twist to the right side. The left hand to the right thigh, the right hand to the back, and you'll lift and lengthen your spine. Heather's going to elevate and expand her posture a little bit, making herself very tall, relaxing the left elbow, lifting a little taller. So if you're at home, try to align your posture. Try to lift and expand. You can see the difference immediately when she does that. So now the breathing goes into the side of the body. One more. And you hold it for a little bit. You got to hold it for a bit so you can actually create the shift and the change in the muscle tissues. So go ahead and release to the other side. It's called fascia release. You're lengthening the spine, you're lifting, elevating. Very simple twist, but it's still good thoracic rotation. and nice expansive breathing. Heather is still aware that she's inhaling into the chest, the belly expanding east to west, the cues that we practiced in the beginning for her breathing. Go for about 2 more. And then you're going to release back to the center, place the feet flat on the ground. And I call this almost like the thinking man pose, where you just round and curl gently. And even though we're doing the seated exercises or the seated stretches, you're still very focused on that breath. You're inhaling, exhaling, relaxing the chin to the throat, relaxing the shoulder blades, relaxing the tops of the shoulders, and becoming aware of softening the upper body and allowing the breath to continue to stretch and expand. You almost try to find stillness a little bit in the poses just so you can let your mind settle and enter like a soft, relaxed state of mind. Releasing to the center, lengthening the left leg forward, right foot on the ground, and then she'll twist over to the right side. Lengthening, lifting the spine. Allow at least one more big breath. Lengthening, drawing the chin in a little bit, the crown of the head. Releasing. And then she'll bring the right arm through the inside and the left hand to the left in a nice twist. Lengthening spine, chin is in, inhaling and exhaling. These thoracic rotations are incredible. There's many joints in the thoracic spine. So you get to really mobilize, and as you're breathing, you'll be able to also decompress into these joints and ribs. Releasing and dropping the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. The knee is relaxed and seated on the sit bones as tall as possible. Always make yourself very upright. She's going to flex her foot, lift and lengthen, and gentle stretch forward. Breathing. I'm going to hold here for a quick little second. And then she will come to lift, lengthen, back up again, lengthening the opposite leg, and then we'll switch. Left foot on the ground, lifting and lengthening the spine, wrapping the right arm, twisting and turning, and once again, lengthening from the crown of the head. It's important to align your stretches. If not, you're not going to maximize them. You're not going to decompress and lengthen. So you have to lift, elevate, expand. Breathe into the middle back to decompress your joints, but also allow that nervous system to feel safe. Releasing and twisting through the inside on the opposite side. Lifting, lengthening. You go both ways. Still breathing, softening the thoughts a little bit, softening the shoulders. The mind gets very tense, the face tenses, the shoulders tense. Releasing to the center, dropping the knee to the side and placing the left foot on the right inner thigh. Flexing the right foot, lifting and lengthening, and then reaching forward, folding. Once you're here, you soften, you relax the chin to the throat, you relax the shoulders and the upper body, and you can breathe deeply. Allow one more deep breath. And then gently release. Go ahead, come back up again. And then we're going to start to switch it up to come to lay down on the belly. So Heather's going to come to lay down on the belly. Perfect. Okay. And these are very good for you. This is very good for back health, honestly, for those who do sit a lot and end up in almost like a C-like position, crunched over. And just Heather's going to relax here, and I'm sure she feels like a stretch already. You're going to come onto the forearm, so you're going to bring your forearm. Yeah, and then come and stack yourself quite a bit. There we go. I actually give this stretch to my mom, who sits a lot at the desk. And then nice deep breathing. Once again, inhaling. Something so simple that we do so much, but it works. Sometimes simplicity is key, and we don't have to do much to heal. We gotta just be gentle, be soft, tell ourselves it's safe, feel the safeness in the stretches. And then she's gonna release and lower down. Perfect. Her hands are going to come by the shoulders right here, and she's going to go for 5 cobras. So she's going to go and press up and lengthen. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath, beautiful extension. And then release and lower down. She's going to incorporate her breath with the movement. The next round is going to be an inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. The movement and the breathing. Inhaling. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhaling. Exhale to lower. And the last one. Exhale to lower. Now, she's going to cross her left forearm to the top of the mat. And then this may be hard for some people at home. You can always use a strap, a towel to try to do this. I'm sure Heather is a little bit more flexible. You're going to bend your right knee, bring it towards you, and reach your hand towards that foot and give yourself a little quad stretch. She can relax the head down when she does so. Remember, this is more like recovery, relaxing, letting go of tissues, fascia, lengthening in the right places, and still tapping into that awareness of breathing. This is how she's going to get the most out of her stretches, is incorporating that breath work. And then gently release and do the other side. Each side may be different, so one side may be tighter than the other. And she can go ahead and stretch it out. Breathing, inhaling, and exhaling. This heel goes a little bit more low. Now you can see there's a little bit of a difference. Give yourself about 2 more deep breaths here. Very simple. Once you're in this locked position, you're in the stretch. Nothing else to do but just settle and breathe. And then release, bring the hands on towards the ground, and you're going to press yourself into a child's pose, but the toes will be tucked. Now, if you're at home, support your knees, of course. Knees are a little bit wider in the child's pose, and you're going to come onto the tippy toes. So you're going to come onto those toes. Yes, you feel why? So it's very good to practice with the toes tucked. It stretches the bottom of the feet. We wear shoes all day, which compress the joints of our toes and our feet, everything. Maybe kind of like foot coffins, as I call them, shoes. You're going to walk it over to the right side, taking a nice big stretch. And this may be intense for some, and you can untuck your feet and just do it untucked. Heather will demo. But work towards that toe tuck because it's going to be very beneficial for you. Now she's going to walk a little bit more to the side, trying to get as much opening into the side of the body as possible. And once again, integrating that inhalation and exhalation into the stretch. Letting go of the elbows a little bit, softening just a bit. You have another crew member here, back there, doing it also. We definitely got to put a camera next time back there for the crew. They're enjoying this. One more deep breath and expansion here. And then walk it to the center and walk it over to the other side. You're going to see the expansion on the opposite side. You know, me guiding her, explaining what's going on in the body is going to help you tap in a little bit more. You're going to visually see it from home. You're going to see how she breathes into this side body. All of this little spaces in between the ribs that have muscles that get tight and compressed. So that's what the breathing is doing now, is making a little bit more space in there as you're exposing the tissues into that stretch, the fascia right here. Perfect. You're going to walk it back to the center, and you're going to come into a nice tabletop position. You're going to widen the knees in the tabletop position. You're going to tuck the toes back in again. Once again, the toe tucking. Try your best at home. Bring the right hand to the base of the neck. So you're going to bring that hand there, and then you're going to rotate the right hip to the ceiling, rotate your right rib cage, open up in a rotational twist. Take a nice deep breath in the twist. And then you're going to go for 5 repetitions, lowering the elbow back to neutral and coming back up again to the ceiling, opening up, inhaling, exhaling down, inhaling back up, exhaling back down. She's going to move her hip in a little bit more, moving the right hip to the right. Lower. One last one, breathing, inhaling, lowering, releasing and switching to the other side. You will see it on the opposite side. Hand to the base of the neck, inhaling, opening up, moving hips. Exhaling neutral, bringing it back up. Exhaling neutral. Continue for 3. Rotating. 2 more. Sometimes we get little pops in there. One last one, breathing. And releasing. Now release, and you're just going to straight open that right hand to the right, to the ceiling, but move the hip. Turn it exactly without the hip moving. The upper body won't move. Beautiful. And then release and do it for the other side too. Opening up, moving that hip in a rotation. You got to move that hip, move it, move it. Ooh, this one's
That's hard.
tight.
Yeah, that's hard.
This one's like, and then release. Now, just for a little bit of added breath work, I'm going to throw in a cat-cow variation that's more of a classic yoga style of breath work. It's fun. Have fun with it. Let go. Nobody's watching you. You're at home, okay? So for those who are doing it at home, it's an inhale to dip the belly, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, hiss through the teeth. Round and curl into the cat. And then inhale, dip the belly. Exhale, hiss. Continue. Inhale. Exhale, hiss. Inhale, release. Exhale, hiss, round and curl. Let go of the neck. 3 more. Hissing through the teeth. Continue. Flowing. Last one. She's going to hold it full. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, hiss. And then release, neutral. Breathe freely, take a little seat, soak it in. We're going to come to stand up next. So we'll do some nice standing stuff. A little spinal movement and some nice breath workflow. All right, in standing, we're going to get some nice stretches. We'll come to stand up. I'll join a little. All right, so we'll come to the side profile. You're going to interlace the hands and let the shoulders lengthen down and back. Open the chest. Take a nice deep breath. Gently look up. Then you're going to release into a neutral position. And then you're going to let the hands go. And you're going to step back the left foot a little bit. So you're going to step the left foot back. Beautiful. Reach the hands overhead. You can use a chair if you need. And stretch a little bit to the right side. Grab your fingertips or make a fist with your hands. But allow yourself to give yourself a side body stretch. You can do this every day. It's going to target a little bit of everything. Whether you're looking for a regular stretch, one before a workout or after, release back to the center and relax. Step it forward, switch it over to the other side. A little step to the side and back. Little lunge. Make it comfortable. Sweep up. Breathing, grabbing the wrists and side body lean to the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening up once again into that psoas, these obliques, this hip flexor, one more. And then release. Back to the center. Relax the arms down to the side. She's going to widen the stance a little bit. We're going to get another nice lateral stretch. Left hand to the left. You're going to glide it down. Right hand is going to reach. Give yourself a little side body stretch. Release and return to center. Other side. Side body stretch. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Release to the center. She's going to widen the stance to the width of the mat. A little bit wider than hip width. She's going to point the toes a little bit more in than usual. And then she's going to do a nice reach forward. You're going to point your toes, your feet more forward. So you're going to roll them in. Yeah, more, even more so. Yes, perfect. A little bit more. There we go. And then she's going to stretch forward, pull the hips back, and forward fold to the ground. Perfect. The chin is in. And even though it's called a forward fold, she's going to put the body weight gently back towards the heels. So you see how it creates a stretch already?
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to claw the nails forward. She's going to get off the palms. Most people will put their palms flat, drawing the chin in a little bit. Perfect. And once again, breathing. It's a simple forward fold stretch. Nothing too fancy, but this is good enough to relieve a lot of hamstring tightness, tension. You notice her feet are straight, her knees are a little bent, her weight is back to the heels. Heather is a little bit tight, but it still looks nice and well aligned, so it looks good. Try to do it like this. If you want to increase your stretch, you're going to put more weight to the heels as much as you can. Perfect. And then to come out safely, you're going to put your palms on your knees. You're going to lift your chest up first, making your spine straight. Yes. You see how she has this nice and straight there for those at home? And then she's going to come up gently all the way back up again using a nice straight spine. That's a safe way to come out of it. So she's going to come into a little bit of a wider stance. I think will you slip on that? No. All right, I think that's good.
Nah.
All right, toes are a little bit more pointing in, and we're going to go for another wider forward stretch. Forward stretching is nice. Notice how we're doing the alignment piece. She's getting ready for it. She's hinging her hips back. She's doing it great. Exactly. And she's going to forward stretch. Beautiful, the chin to the throat. I have many videos already, or some of the first few episodes of the Align talks about the hip hinge, so you can go back and look at those because they are there. Remember to subscribe, like, comment. If there's any stretch you want me to review or go over, or flow you want me to put out there, let me know. Now she's going to bring the hands under the level of the shoulders. She's going to lift her chest up a little bit. And then gently moving her hip, she's going to reach the left hand towards the ceiling. So you're going to do so at home too. Moving the hip gently. Perfect. Notice that she's on her fingertips. She doesn't have the hands flat. This gets you a little bit more lifted. Her form looks pretty. I like it. Pull the body weight back to the heels. Good. Perfect. And then release and switch it over to the other side. Same thing. You got to move that hip. Pull the body weight back. She's on the fingertips. Heather's going to lengthen this left leg a little bit more. Better. Perfect. 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 It's tight. Stretching. It is what it is. What are we going to do about it? So you're just going to release. You're going to lower down. Stretch forward once more to enhance the stretch. The chin is in. The weight is onto the heels. Beautiful. That weight to the heels is everything. You're going to get into those hamstrings that way. It's more of the more sweating part of the stretch. So bring the hands to the knees. Lift your chest up first. Elongate the spine. Nice straight spine. Very important for you at home. And then come back up all the way through. Perfect. All right. So you said you had tight hip flexors today.
A little bit.
All right, we're going to work on hip flexors, and then we're going to start to wind it down a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're going to come into a kneeling position, actually. So if you're home, make sure that you have comfortable padding. And just to be even a little bit more safe for us here, just because I'm picky, and it's good to be so, you can put your knees on there.
Perfect. I need that.
So she's going to step the right foot forward. You at home are going to do so also, okay? Now, many people will try to do this hip flexor stretch, but they don't get into the right places, okay? So she's going to walk the foot a little bit more forward. And you don't want your heel to come off of the ground. She's going to start to push that knee forward. Keep the upper body nice and lifted. And this will start to open and expand this hip flexor. Mm-hmm. So this is great. If you're at home and you need a block, you can put the block right here. But you can put both hands here and just let this sink and settle. Let that knee relax forward. Once again, because we walk the foot forward, so it's safe. So you want this heel flat, this knee in a little bit of a past the ankle line. That's good. Safe for your knee there. Now she can do 5 repetitions of a pulse. So she's going to bring it back, the knee, and then press forward in a nice deep way, enhancing that stretch. Beautiful. And then bring it back again. And then go forward again for 2. You can do 5 to 8. Good. 3. Very good. 4. One more. Beautiful. And then one more. You see, she can sink into it a little bit more. She's feeling it out. So she's really, now she's getting a little bit more comfortable in it. There you go. And then she's going to bring it back. Beautiful. And just switch to the other side. This is what we're doing. Not doing it. Keeping it simple. Keeping it functional. We relaxed our muscles, our tissues with the breathing. So now we can go into deeper stretches. You know, that's why we did the breath work at first, to allow these tissues to feel safe, feel okay, nervous system to soften. So get better results that way in your stretching. Beautiful, perfect. She took a class this year, bar
A bar class.
class,
It's intense.
glutes and quads a lot. So she's stretching really nicely into her quad. You're gonna hold that last one for a little bit. Just give it a nice stretch pull. And then gently bring it back. Beautiful. Bring the knee back. And then we're going to come to lay down on the back. We're going to do a nice cross stretch, figure 4 stretch. Very common, but I'm going to tune it up a little bit, make it a 3.0. She's going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. She's going to flex that foot because you're going to want to get into the tissues of the foot. She's going to grab this. She said also her glutes were tight.
Yeah.
And then she's here. Flexing the feet. So she's going to flex, is going to get into her IT band. She's going to flex the foot and keep lengthening up. She's like, yeah, it's 3.01.
Wow.
Yes. Beautiful breathing. You can hold this and flex the foot. Is going to maximize the hamstring stretch. Now we're getting into more alignment, technical stuff, but this will really ramp up your stretch routine. How you feeling there?
I'm feeling something.
She's feeling stretch.
I've never done anything like this before.
And then release and switch it over to the other side. Good job. Other side. Each side is different, so just take notes. Notice. Perfect. Flexing, flexing, flexing. Beautiful.
This side's easier.
Different. Yeah, each side is different. Very different. You feel the tension. It's not as much on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing, of course. This is our last stretch. This is a good one. This covers a full body stretch. This is breath, mindfulness, stretching into all the necessary tissues. Doesn't have to be crazy. Don't worry about crazy mobility routines or anything like that. Once again, simplicity is key in allowing your mind and your body to understand that you're safe in these stretches and they're healing you and they're helping you. So gently release, unravel, and that's pretty good. That's it for today. How you
That
feeling?
was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
She was ready. She came in
I was
today
so
ready.
So ready. So excited.
So practice this before bed is nice. After a workout, 2 times a week. You can come back to it whenever you feel necessary. It's pretty chill flow. So hope you enjoyed today's flow, breath work, and gentle guided stretches. I'll see you for the next one. Thank you.
Thank you for joining Align Mind Body today. I hope you're feeling a little more connected, centered, and aware of how your body moves and breathes. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress and mindfulness in each moment. To book a consultation, appointment, or for more information, contact me at 954-261-4719 or support@thevaulttraining.online. Be kind to yourself, stay intentional, and I'll see you next time as we continue this journey toward alignment and wellness.